Okay, now subtracting polynomials is just like adding polynomials in both the vertical and horizontal format. The only difference here is that we are subtracting our terms instead of adding. So this one I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on because you've already seen the keys here in terms of the different formats. However, when you are subtracting polynomials, you need to think of each of each of your polynomials here are held together by parentheses. So you can't forget about that. So again, when you're looking at subtraction, the wording is really important here. So when it says subtract this polynomial from this polynomial here, that means we're taking our 8x cubed minus 3x squared minus 2x plus 9 minus this other polynomial. Let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. So we're subtracting this from this. So that means when we set this up vertically, 8x cubed minus 3x squared minus 2x plus 9 is going to be on top, and 2x cubed plus 6x squared minus x plus 1 will be on bottom. So what we want to do is align like terms, and when you're subtracting, you're really just adding the opposite of the subtracted polynomial. So like I said, we're subtracting the first one. So again, you want to remember that it's in parentheses. So what you do is you can just set it up like an addition problem, but just add the opposite signs. So when we distribute this negative, we get minus 2x to the third minus 6x squared plus x minus 1. So really, you can look at this as a big addition problem with the opposite signs on your subtracted polynomial. So here we get 8x cubed minus 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 6x squared minus 2x plus x plus 9 minus 1. So again, you're lining these up vertically, but you just want to remember, when it tells you to subtract one polynomial from a second, you're taking your second minus your first. Same thing in our second example. When we want to do this horizontally, again, we're subtracting our first polynomial from our second, which means we get our second minus the first. So what we want to do again is, because it's subtracting, write the opposite of the subtracted polynomial, then add like terms. And again, this is going to be vertically or horizontally. So we're taking our second polynomial minus our first. So we're going to go ahead and distribute this negative sign, write the opposite of each term, and then we just add like terms right here. 2z squared minus 3z squared is negative 1z squared, plus 3z minus z plus 2z, and then plus 4. Okay, so key to remember on subtraction, you are just adding the opposites. And the important thing, or the key here, is to vertically align yours in the correct way. So when you're subtracting polynomial 1 from polynomial 2, that means it's going to translate into polynomial 2 minus polynomial 1.